Hello everyone. For those disappointed that DFO is closing down, I'm going to make a video now for those who want to get onto Chinese DFO. What you need to do is change your settings to Chinese. Now don't worry, you won't have to worry about anything showing up into Chinese, I don't think. What you need to do is first you need to go into Control Panel. After that, you need to add a language. I don't know if this part is completely necessary, but it always helps. And what you want to do is add simple Chinese, not traditional. And before you click on anything, just press C. A neat little trick to get there a bit faster. Otherwise, if that doesn't work, just scroll down to the C section where you should see Chinese simplified. Traditional won't work, so just like this, open it, and I've already downloaded it, but basically, yeah, just download it. And after you're done doing that, what you want to do is select options. You want to go to up to here to the first little bit where it says change override, and we're doing this so we basically don't have it randomly changing between English and Chinese, which can be a problem when trying to play other games. You want to go to change language bar hotkeys rather. Click on that, and what you really want to worry about is between input languages. Just change the sequence from whatever it is to not assigned, and that's usually what I do. And then just hit apply and then OK, or just hit OK. Usually the same thing. Make sure both of these are unchecked, especially this one, because it'll just make a lot of settings down here and it's going to take up your little bar, which is not really fun. Alright, and that's it. There's really nothing I can do between changing the way the Chinese print comes out. Just make sure it's set to this it's not set to this simple little box here, because if it is, it's gonna make like a little box every time you try to type letters. So just switch back to English for a little bit. After that, go back up to the little bar up here where it says Control Panel, or just Control Panel Home, and we're gonna go to the green bar where it says Clock Language and Region, and this is the important part. Go to Change Location, and in the Location tab, change it to China, and then in the Administrative tab up here, go to... Alright, anyways, ignoring the phone call for the wrong person, change your system locale. Once you do this, you'll have to restart, but basically this is probably the most important step, because it's going to let you be able to download the game without any errors, or it should be anyways. And once you select Chinese Simplified from after English United States right here, or whatever you are, Chinese Traditional, or Simplified rather, not Traditional, just select OK. Your system will ask to restart, and that's what you're going to need to do. So you may want to wait to do this step. Once you're done doing that, you can just hit OK. You're done with that. You're done with all the system changes. So what you're going to need to do now is open all the links, basically. So I use Firefox. Any internet browser will do. Go to DFO source, and usually the first link works. I don't know, it's a crapshoot sometimes. Yeah, see, there it is. So just go to whatever link you can find. Sometimes the second link works with Firefox. And once it takes you to, if it takes you to home, the home page, just hit forum if you're not familiar with DFO source. Go down until you see specific service specific forums, other territories, and at the bottom, if you can see it, it says China. It's the leftmost one usually, and just click on that and it should take you to a bunch of threads. Go to the one that says Cdnf or guide Cdnf registration and installation by Furion. And I want to give out a thanks to Furion for making this guide. He basically provides a lot of links, and he provides a lot of the necessary items to get into Cdnf. Like, first off, making an account. And the first thing we're going to do, you can do this with Google Chrome. In fact, I'm going to do that. Just going to open Google Chrome here. And where he says I found a link to a legit generator, just copy what's in the quotes here. Copy here. Now you can enter it into the address bar via pasting, of course. Or you could just enter it into Firefox search bar, and I'm just doing this to show you alternatives. Either way, it will send you to this site where it will give you a Chinese ID card generated. It's random, so you just want to keep it open for a bit. It doesn't matter what method you use, it will basically give you the same thing. But I just opened it to show you. Now go down to where it says account. You're going to want to sign up here at this place called QQ. Now this is pretty important, because by doing so, it will give you a number which you will use to log on to the game every time. So use any of the important info like the gender, the birth date, and then the location should just be China, wherever. It's fine. It isn't too important to have that information right now. What you want to do is just input your email. The nickname is whatever you want it to be. It doesn't matter too much unless you want to use QQ. And then you have a password. Again, whatever. Just remember the password, because again, you'll need it to log on to the game. After you do all of this, you'll get a QQ number. It's a 10-digit long number which will be used every time you want to get onto the game. Though unlike your password, it will be remembered, but still. Just write it down somewhere, because you will need to memorize it. Alright, after that, and you get the email, basically, the confirmation mail to get your QQ number, because there's always a confirmation mail. You'll want to download Cdnf, and this is the part where you want to have changed your system location to Chinese, the locale, like we did earlier. Because if you don't, you're going to get an error after downloading it, and by after downloading, I mean a patcher after the 2-hour long download. So you don't want to do that. Just right click so you can stay on the guide. Always helpful. And as circled in the guide, the first left 2 buttons usually work. I think I got the first downloader to work just fine, but sometimes you might need a second. Either one should do it. So yeah, excuse me. Throat's a little dry this morning. So yeah, just save file, download it. And that should be it. It'll give you a little box. Just check, mark any boxes you need to. Anything you need to progress, just keep checking it, and you will get like a few programs you don't want. And it's kind of hard for me to show that, because I don't want to go sit through another 2-hour long download. But basically what happens is you'll get 2 new you'll get a few new programs, one of which will be this QQ program, and it's not too big of a deal. But you also get two, I think they're like virus protection programs. And what you want to do is go to uninstall a program, and I think they're both at the bottom. You should recognize them by the weird Chinese in their name. Be careful about deleting a program like this one from Tencent, because that's the game launcher right there. So you don't want to delete the thing you just spent several hours downloading. But yeah. But they will give you a little bit of trouble trying to delete them, because you can't read them. The basic thing is just when they give you a selection of options, just go to the bottom option and hit when they give you two more squares, just hit the left one. That usually gets rid of both of them. But yeah, especially for the one that has that weird little guy on the top. You'll know when you try to delete it, when you download and delete it. It's pretty weird. Alright, so once you download the game, get the once the whole 2-hour process is done, you'll get this, like I've mentioned earlier, which is just really a shortcut. Launch it, because unlike DFO, this game has a proper launcher, and you'll get a server selection here. I think it might be on maintenance right now. If it is, dang. But the basic thing is you'll get a patcher, and like this, except it will actually have to patch things. It's not too long. It's like, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes, maybe longer. If you didn't set your system locale to Chinese, though, it won't properly download. But if you did, it should come up with that little 10 project there, which means you did it right. DNF window should launch, but this isn't the actual game, see? This is why you memorized your QQ number, so everything is starting to come together. Once the green bar is done loading, that tells you can enter your password, which I will do right now. And when you click enter, or the red box, it will send you to another QQ sign up thing, like put in the guide. And this is where you want to put in your ID you got here. So everything is starting to come together, basically. All you need to do is insert the name you have here. This one I got is fairly long. The first one I got was only 2 symbols. First insert your real name, then the long number you have here into the second part, and then the address will fill itself out, and then you just hit the left blue box, and after like a few seconds or maybe a minute or two, it will be done. And I think that's it. Then you just hit the red bar and the game should launch. That's basically all there is to it. It's a little bit of a long process, but once it's done, it's kind of simple. And that's it, really. Anyways, you should get the 10 project thing telling you did it right. And when the box comes up, yeah, there's a few things you should know, and that's: 1, it has the same character creation limit as DFO, which is like 2 new characters a day. It has the old FP limit of 156. And it's currently at 80 cap and soon to get 85 cap by the time this video is uploaded. So that's a thing. But yeah. So anyways, I wish everyone who wants to get onto Chinese DFO now some luck. You might get a few errors, because if you load background programs, if you load too many, first off, the game's kind of laggy, and second, doing things too fast will get the game to call you a speed hacker and disconnect you. This shouldn't create too many issues. I've got a few English patches, so some things are in English, and I don't know why some English little files I entered canceled others out. I don't know why particularly. But basically, yeah, if you have trouble, just go to DFO source. Yeah, the game kind of takes some time to load at points, but just give it some time and it's not too bad. But yeah, so for those who are interested in Cdnf, I wish you luck, and well, have fun. Also, whoopsies, what the hell did I click on? Oh yeah, 8 days. Also, hilarious TV commercial. Go. Alright, enough of that.